All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. This lesson is going to be based on, the clip that was going on, been going around of Hassad of Genesis, about not wanting to eat bitter herbs and wanting to eat romaine lettuce instead. Which, matter of fact, let's look at this real quick. Says romaine lettuce, and I just, you see the thing. Romaine lettuce can become bitter due to factors like heat, stress, bolting. In other words, this insufficient water or nutrients. So the lettuce on its own isn't bitter. It has to have factors in play like not enough water, malnutrition, too much heat. You can't take the heat, so it becomes bitter. But naturally on its own, just getting it from the store, hey, this stuff ain't gonna be bitter. Now, I didn't know that was gonna pop up, but horseradish, bitter truths you can't avoid. And this truth, it is bitter. It's sweet in the beginning, and then it becomes bitter. It's the bitter truth. You're gonna have to suffer. Yeah, it's very beautiful, wonderful learning that you're a Hebrew Israelite, that that you're one of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's people. That the next rulership, the kingdom. Hey, at the end, after all these kingdoms are brought down, we're going to be the people ruling, and we're not going to die. We're going to live forever. We're never going to go off and transgress Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's laws again. Hey, that's very sweet. But the bitterness, we're between here and there. The sufferings that our forefathers went through, the sufferings that we go through, the sufferings that Yahushai went through, that we could even have this knowledge. So it's a small thing, which to eat the horseradish, it's a small thing because you're just eating that. But it's a much bigger thing because this is a part of our heritage, our journey, where we come from. This is a part of us. So I actually wasn't looking for the book, but I was just looking to see if it was just show that it's bitter. But here's horseradish. It says horseradish is a spicy root vegetable in the mustard family, known for its pungent odor and sharp sinus clearing heat. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna read from that, but that's what it's known for. In other words, that sinus clearing heat, it has that bitterness, all of it. It has many beneficial things for it. It's not good to just eat sweet things. Matter of fact, lettuce don't really have nutrients in it like that. It don't have, things. It has. Let me just look. Horseradish. Horseradish flavor. Horseradish has a strong, spicy, and pungent flavor. It's similar to wasabi, but horseradish is cheaper to produce. Horseradish has a mustard-like flavor. It's spicy and can irritate the eyes and sinuses. So it can make your eyes water up. It can make your sinuses. It's hard to breathe. And that's a part of the bitterness of being here in this flesh, being here in captivity. And knowing also that this is for your betterment. This is a nutritional thing. You can't just eat candy all day and expect to be able to handle going through something. Eat candy all day and then go, run 5 miles. Says grating. The root has no distinctive aroma until it is cut or grated. The grating the root releases enzymes that create the pungent taste. The volatile oils in the root are released when the root cells are crushed. So just the root itself, when it's not doing anything, but when you actually bite down into it, when you cut it, that's when it's really released, when that bitterness is really let out. When you get into it, when you really get into the bitterness of being here in captivity, when you really get into the bitterness of how we got into this position, when you get into the bitterness of what Yahushua did for his people, starting with the elect. But that's really all I'm gonna get from that. I'm just gonna get straight into the scriptures now. This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 15, because the Passover was Thursday evening to Friday evening, and now we're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which will be up until this following Thursday till the evening. And we're remembering Yahushua, we're remembering our captivity, and we're hoping that this is the last time we're going to have to be celebrating the Passover on this side. But here, so Exodus chapter 12 and verse 5, your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep and from the goats. Now you'll have people that don't have a problem with the lamb. You have people that want to be vegetarians, but you have to eat the lamb. And he shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the house, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. So you have to eat this with bitter herbs. You have to eat lamb, unleavened bread, and the bitter herbs to represent the bitterness of our captivity. And this is Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3. And a lot of people say, it'll keep the laws, but then trying to make different ways out of keeping the laws, trying to make loopholes or whatever, trying to get it out of the bitterness. And this is Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3. And let's start at verse 2. And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So let's look at this word for little children first. So wants to load. Let me see here. Let me try it again. I just had this earlier. I was just looking at it before. There it goes. No. Huh. That's not even the same. Oh, okay. That's fine. I think it's in the next verse. But anyway, I'll look at this too. This is G3813 Paideon, and it says a young child, a little boy, an infant. Children in intellect, or a child just recently born. So we have to become like children, and children Hey, don't do whatever they want to do. They have to be guided. You have to be taught. You have to be disciplined. Who has a child, they just do whatever they want to do. Well, this is for converted G4762 Strepho says to turn oneself from one's course of conduct to change one's mind. So you have to change your mind from however you were to being under the yoke of Yahushua, doing what's truly commanded in the scriptures. You got to eat this bitterness, this bitter herb. You got to even here. Let me see here. I'm gonna come back to this, Lord willing. This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough. Actually, hold on. Is this the right one? It might be. You know what? Okay. This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. So I'll just continue reading. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So if they call the master of the house Beelzebub, or the devil, which they called that to Yahushua. Yahushua was beaten, crucified. How much more his servants, they're going to do the same thing to his servants. No, that's not it. So I feel like there's another one, but so whatever they did to Yahushua, that's what they're going to do to you. You're going to suffer like Yahushua. You're not above Yahushua. Whatever Yahushua had to go through, you're going to go through those same things. You're going to go through those same trials. And it's like a rite of passage. You should be wanting, and if you're not suffering for Yahushua, if you're not willing to suffer for Yahushua, then you're in the wrong business. Let's see here. That's not it. Oh man, come on. The water got much me, I'll show you. This is Mark chapter 10. And you know what? I'm going to just get straight to the point. Verse 37, and they said unto him, grant unto us that we may sit one on thy right hand and the other on thy left hand in thy glory. But Yahushua said unto them, ye know not what ye ask. can you drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? So Yahushua's disciples asked him, hey, let us sit at your right hand and on your left. But in order to do that, first, it's not even Yahushua's to give who's in what position. It's the Heavenly Father's. But you got to be able to drink of the cup, the same cup that Yahushua is drinking of. To be able to go through the same things that he went through. And if you can't do that, you're not even going to be in that position. You're not even worthy. It says, and they said unto him, we can. And Yahushua said unto them, ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized with shall ye be baptized. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. So Yahushua said, you're gonna drink of this sufferings. You're gonna drink this bitter. You're gonna go through the same things that I went through. So preparing your mind, becoming like a little child. You understanding that you're gonna have to go through this. I gotta eat this bitterness, even though I don't like it. It don't really taste good, but it's beneficial for me. I know I gotta do it. I'm a Lord willing, I can endure it. Is that the right? Oh, whoops. That's okay. I think I was done with that. You know what? Let me actually go back to that because I didn't mean to close that either. Man, what is this thing doing? No, that's not it. Salakia. There it is. Okay. So Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3, and said, it's Yahushua speaking, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So you're going to humble yourself. Let's look at this word. G5013, typino, says to make low, to bring low, to bring into a humble condition, to reduce to meaner or smaller circumstances, to humble or abase myself by humble living. Here we go. To lower, to depress of one's soul, to bring down one's pride, to have modest opinions of oneself, to behave in an unassuming manner, to be devoid of all haughtiness. So you're going to bring down your soul. You're going to bring down your pride by understanding, look, I'm deserving of all this. Of everything that I'm going through, I'm deserving of it. I deserve worse. But I'm going to still man up and take this bitterness. I'm not going to look for another way out, an easier way or more comforting way. No, I'm going to take it as it is. This is Sirach chapter 30 and verse 8. It says, a horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will become willful or will be willful. So, a horse, matter of fact, let me get that in the, do I still have that pulled up? No, I don't. This is Sirach 30 and verse 8 in the GNT. It says an untamed horse is going to be stubborn and undisciplined. Oh, so like an untamed horse is going to be stubborn, and an undisciplined son is no different. So you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to eat that. Those bitter herbs. No, give me lettuce. Give me something else. That's disgusting. I don't like it. So here it is. We're putting ourselves under the yoke of Yahushai. Becoming disciplined under him, coming in under his rule. So whatever comes upon us, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it cheerfully. So meanwhile, the horseradish, it burns. All this, it burns, but we learn something from it. We get something from it. There's benefits to it. There's benefits to being disciplined. This is just, some of the scriptures that come to mind. This is one of my favorite scriptures because it's relatable. This is Genesis chapter 47 and verse 9. And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. So Jacob at that time, he'd been living for what's a long time to us now, being that we live even shorter. Back in the ancient world, men live for longer periods of time. Now the age is reduced. Like you might live to 80, 60. You're not really living that long. So we're not even living as long as our forefather Jacob. It says, and Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of few and evil have the days of the years of my life been. So that to me is just relatable. Because I haven't been here that long, but most of my days being here, there have been few good days, and then most of the other days they've been just evil, bad days. And that's a part of our pilgrimage of being here. But we got something good to look forward to. Where all our tears are wiped away. We're looking for better things. We're not looking for comfort here. It says, few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage. So how much further away are we now, when even our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, didn't even attain? He's saying he didn't even attain to the days of his forefathers. We're not even attaining to the days of our forefather Jacob. But this is the bitterness. Just being here is bitter. Being in this flesh is bitter. Knowing that this world ain't for us. Knowing that our own people ain't gonna like us. Ain't nobody gonna like us here. We're not meant to be liked. This life ain't meant to be sweet. So embrace the bitterness. Embrace that burn. That burning coming through your nostrils. That burning clearing out your sinuses. Embrace it. Grow in it. Learn how to deal with it. Oops. This is This is Yahushua. He's given the parable of the sower, the sower seed. This is Luke chapter 8 and verse 11. Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So this word is like a seed, is like compared to a seed. You know, it goes into your mind. Your mind itself is like the ground. You know, the different types of ground that it can be planted in, the seed. Those by the wayside are they that hear, then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. So those are people that will come up or come past the video or whatever, and they'll see like, oh, Israelite stuff, and then they'll get distracted. They'll get led away by Satan, and then they'll forget. The word ain't for them. Verse 12, those by the wayside are those by the wayside are they that hear, then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. Verse 13, they on the rock are they, which, when they hear, receive the word with joy. And these have no root, for a while they believe, and in time of temptation fall away. So what comes to mind, you know, that guy Ringo Starr, or whatever his name is on the that video has also been going around. This guy, you know, he heard he's an Israelite, and then he started making videos about it, whatever. He didn't, you know, he still had dread, still had long hair, this, that, whatever. But then when it started to be, you know, he was telling people that he's an Israelite or however it happened to be, he was getting offended. You know, oh, I can't do anything like the Hebrew Israelites. I can't be a part of a group that hates. I can't do this or that. I can't, you know, people don't like me for whatever reason. Showing you that you didn't even eat the whole roll. I don't know if you ate any of it, because if you read any of the scriptures, you would know that the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua were hated. You would know that the Israelites are hated. You would know that the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua were hated by their own people. You would know that Yahushua was hated of his own people. But again, Luke chapter 8 and verse 13, they on the rock are they, which when they hear, receive the word with joy. So it was all cool. It was all good learning you're an Israelite. This, that, whatever. And these have no root. So you didn't get rooted. The seed didn't go down. The seed didn't benefit you. The word didn't really benefit you. Which for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. So when things got a little hard, things got just a little, you know, probably wearing fringes everywhere, probably telling all the women you talk to, you know, you're an Israelite. Then they want to talk to you. Man, this Israelite stuff, man, this is hard. I don't want to do this no more. And in time of temptation fall away. Verse 14, and that which fell among the thorns are they, which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. So those that fell amongst the thorns, you know, they heard the word, but the cares of this life, you know, making rap songs, making clothing lines, you know, having fun, women, whatever it may be, it choked the word to where I don't want to eat bitter. I don't want to eat horseradish. I want to eat romaine lettuce. Horseradish is disgusting. So because you wanted a world-friendly Israelite thing, it chokes the word. and you're not producing any fruit. You not getting no fruit to perfection. Let me look at that. No fruit to perfection. G5052 telesphoreo says to be a bearer to completion, maturity, to ripen fruit, to bring fruit to perfection, to bring to perfection or maturity. To bring to maturity, meaning that you growing up, you becoming mature. A child, just a child. I don't want to eat that. No, that's not mature. Matter of fact, let me look that up real quick, and I'll. Says the word. No, let me just get this from the. From Latin, maturus. Says to ripe, to be fully developed, grown up in terms of physical appearance, behavior, or thinking. So it's not even, you're not fully developed in your thinking, in your behavior, or in your thinking. Brought to a state of complete readiness. Knowing the bitterness, knowing what's getting ready to take place, knowing what our Lord Yahushua went through for us, shedding his blood. Knowing all this and knowing that we have to drink of that cup also, knowing that this can happen at any time. That maturity, like it says, brought to a state of complete readiness. You ready for anything. You know it's going to be bitter. You know what to expect. I forgot there's a saying. There's an expected, unexpected, but there was another one. Lord willing to come. I think there's Murphy's Law. Let me see here. Let me look at that real quick. Oh, here we go. This is just quick Google. Murphy's Law. It says Murphy's Law is a popular adage attributed to American aerospace engineer Edward A. Murphy Jr. States that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So with that kind of mindset, knowing that anything can happen at any moment, and you be prepared. Knowing that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Knowing something, you ready. But let me go back. This is not Matthew. I'm sorry. I was in Luke. So this is Luke chapter 18 or chapter 8, verse 15. But that on the good ground are they which in honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it and bring forth fruit with patience. So this fell on the good ground. The world didn't get in the way. Satan tried to get you to go in a direction, tried to carry you away, but he couldn't. The cares of this life, you don't care. All you care about is this word. Doing it to the best of your ability. It says, but that on good ground are they, in which in an honest and good heart, so you sincere. Having heard the word, keep it. Let's look at that. G2722, katecho, to hold back, to detain, refrain from going away, to hold fast, to keep secure, to keep firm possession of. So you keeping this word in your mind, you keeping it, holding it close. You're not letting it go anywhere. This is a treasure. This is a treasure, that was hidden in the field. You're gonna do whatever you can to protect this treasure. Because also the faith that was given to us, that gift, like it was a gift. Something's a gift. Hey, you had nothing to do with that, but with a gift, hey, you're gonna take better care of that than anything. You're gonna guard it. So, but that on good ground are they which in an honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it and bring forth fruit with patience. So let's look at this word for patience. G5281. Is that a 5281? Hypomone says a cheerful or hopeful endurance, constancy, patience, continuance, steadfastness, constancy, endurance in the New Testament, the characteristic of a man who is not swerved from his deliberate purpose and his loyalty to faith and piety by even the greatest trials and sufferings. So that the bitterness, you're not going to be swayed. You're not going to be, I want lettuce. Patient, enduring, sustaining, and perseverance. And you're not going to be able to endure anything without having some bitterness, without having some being uncomfortable. People that work out, bodybuilders, fighters, or whatever, they don't get to that level of being a champion by just being comfortable. You don't, somebody that boxes or does Muay Thai or whatever like that, they be kicking using their shins and whatnot. You don't get, hard shins and hard knuckles and callous knuckles from just, punching air or not punching at all. You gotta train, you gotta hit harder things. You gotta hit and build up them calluses and whatnot. Build up, and it's not comfortable. It's not pleasurable. It's painful. But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.